Hi, everybody, and welcome back. Oh, my word, it's becoming more and more difficult for me to stick to some kind of routine and to get to the more investigative work as the news is coming through so thick and fast that I barely get to all the paperwork on my desk. Anyway, as you may know from my latest community posts, Prince Charles tested positive for COVID once again and had to cancel his public engagements. This is rather hard to understand, seeing that the prince is supposedly fully vaccinated, obviously is relatively fit and has a good diet and is likely seen by a doctor regularly. And therefore, it would be fair to assume that he has a strong immune system. So why do you think is he so prone to contracting the virus? I'm no doctor, and the inconsistencies in this whole COVID virus drama is absolutely baffling to me. Moving on, you may also have seen that I posted in my community page that there are a few royal reporters who are now publicly and privately suggesting that there is a plan in place for Harry to slowly but surely either get his 1 foot in and 1 foot out wish, or to be reintegrated into the monarchy by allowing him to get involved in military and veteran issues in the United Kingdom once again. According to certain predictions, we'll see more interaction between Harry and the United Kingdom military and veterans after the Invictus Games in April. I'm told that Harry will spend a few weeks in the United Kingdom after the Invictus Games, and that during that time he will again attend the Wild Child Awards and who knows what else. It is unclear but unlikely that he'll stay long enough to join in the Jubilee celebrations, which kicks off on June the 2nd. But who knows what he planned for May or what was planned for him. There are a few things doing the rounds, among which another event with a celebrity like he had with Bon Jovi, blah, blah, blah. I'm also told, and please don't shoot the messenger, that he will be staying at Nottingham Cottage during his time in the United Kingdom. Is all of this true? I don't know. All that I can confirm with a 99% certainty is that he will be attending the Invictus Games at The Hague and will indeed attend the Wild Child Awards. That is, unless, of course, he signs another $25 million deal somewhere. But I have a feeling that that is highly unlikely since the Spotify debacle. And now for the discussion part of my video. Dr. Henry Wales, otherwise known as Prince Harry, or also known as the Hairy One of Montecito, struck again. In a Zoom call discussion with Gareth Thomas, Harry said that more people should have themselves tested more regularly for HIV in order to normalize HIV testing. Like I said, my nature and personality prevents me from getting too deep into anything medical, just in case I become paranoid. But in my opinion, Dr. Henry is again talking nonsense and showing the world his ignorance. Firstly, with most hospitals and clinics under pressure due to the pandemic, why would anyone advocate for regular HIV testing? Most people I know don't need HIV testing, at least not if they are not sexually active, if they have not been in an accident or incident involving blood, if they have been in a monogamous relationship for a long period of time, etc., etc. So please tell me why a healthy person under such circumstances should have themselves tested. Secondly, as far as I know, anyone over the age of 16 who has a blood test for whatever reason is automatically tested for HIV. Along with that, most insurance companies require HIV tests for life cover, etc. Thirdly, Harry is so out of touch that he does not even know that there is such a thing now as a home test kit. There is thus no need to go to a clinic or hospital needlessly to get tested. Of course, he had to bring up his mother and her wonderful work with people suffering from HIV or AIDS. But I guess Harry is no Diana and never will be. I personally just can't deal anymore with Harry's nonsensical, ignorant blabberings. The least he can do before opening his darn mouth is to consult Dr. Google like the rest of us. So let's just skip the rest of this topic before I blow my lid and let's move on once again. We have Prince William in Dubai, and what shall we say about that? As always, he looks good and regal and is obviously doing a good job, and he is obviously very popular. Sometimes I feel we should pay a little more attention to the good work of the royal family and try to be a little more balanced and positive. But at the same time, it is clear that the general public isn't all that interested when things go the way it should. And my analytics on watch hours will actually prove that to you. When I post a cute and interesting video on, say, the Queen, it hardly reaches 4,000 views. But when I post about the Harkles shenanigans and criticize them, the video can reach up to 20 or 30,000 views. So what shall we say? No news is good news? I guess so. In other news, I learned that the Queen has launched her own brand of ketchup and brown sauce. Okay. I know the Queen is not in her kitchen cutting and dicing tomatoes, but the tomatoes are said to be produced at Sandringham and carries the label bearing Sandringham Estate's name. Of course, the articles do not give other information like who is actually producing the final product and where the money generated is going to, etc., etc. But instead, the article waxes lyrical about how the Queen likes the occasional burger, but that she eats it without the bun, and how she likes the occasional fish and chips, blah, blah, blah. I thought we were all in consensus a long time ago that the Queen is actually human. Anyway, I have a question. Like I said, I highly doubt the Queen started this venture at 95. So who did? Where is the money going to? I think articles like this is badly written and sloppy work, as it may look cute and funny on the surface, but actually it is not, particularly not for someone like myself who knows something about the royals and their rules. It makes the Queen look like someone who could potentially make candles smelling like a woman parts, like a certain celebrity. But seriously, folks, I for one want these questions answered, and here is why. As Sandringham Estate is a private property and not part of the Crown Estate, the rules pertaining to royal warrants should apply to this product before the estate name or logo appears on any of these products. The second set of rules which could apply here may even be the rules for royals and receiving gifts. The third and fourth set of rules which could apply here is the right of association for royals, which, among other things, states that the royals are not to financially or otherwise benefit by attaching their name to a product or to make a profit from it. However, it all comes down to the very same thing. The royals may not lend their names or faces to any product or service to promote it over another product or service. Only a royal warrant as a seal of approval may be granted, And that comes with a whole set of rules, which I had talked about before. So, what do you think? The other question is, where are these sauces sold? If it is sold as a souvenir at Sandringham when it is open to the public, then it is a whole different matter. But if it is sold to other retail outlets, then it is a matter of, Houston, we have a problem. What also concerns me about this is that the Queen herself has never overstepped the boundaries. And let's, for argument's sake, say that these sauces were produced at Sandringham or elsewhere, labeled the way they are, and sold to a variety of outlets without the required 5 years of service to the monarch, but with the Queen's consent. Okay? Let's just imagine that for a moment. I don't think it is the case, but if it is the case, then how and why? Who is actually whispering into the Queen's ear? Who is now convincing her to disregard rules in existence for many, many years? And how did they convince her? Like you, I'm wishing for the Queen to be with us for many, many more years, and I'm hoping that she will be of sound mind for as long as she's alive. But if she is now willing to overstep rules she had lived by for 95 years, then I cannot help but wonder whether she is still of sound mind. Okay, guys and girls, I sometimes feel like a nitpicking old grouch, but then I also feel like we need to question things like this for the sake of the average Joe, for the sake of those of us who need to work, who need to produce to make a living. And therefore, I also feel that there is a very good reason for all these rules and legislation and laws which the royals are subjected to. Okay, guys and girls, once again, my day is short and I need to move on, but I'll be back again tomorrow or at the very latest the day after to continue this discussion and more. Okay, so until we meet again on the next video, please take good care of yourselves. Bye.